I'm seeing so many posts of people being like, just because it's the new year doesn't mean you have to set goals. And I'm like, it doesn't have to
need to change things.
Okay, but I feel like that's such a bad way of looking at it.
No, you're right. Ready. It's time. Christina, Catherine, Lisa, Amy, and Lauren. Welcome to the Cimorelli podcast.
Hey, I'm Christina.
I'm Catherine.
I'm Amy.
I'm Lauren.
And we're Cimorelli. Welcome back to
the Cimorelli podcast. Hey, guys. So we're in an even new-ish setup. AKA, I am now in between these two.
Because you guys complained.
Yes.
No, but you gave constructive criticism that I agreed with.
You said it looks a little cramped and you guys look...
We couldn't,
I couldn't look at everyone. I was like...
So this, I think, is better.
So tell us...
It's actually kind of fun.
If you love it.
Yeah.
What are we going to do when Lisa joins us?
I already thought about it.
We'll just have to put that back there.
You did. Okay. Ariel already thought about it. Okay. I love it.
I don't know.
Love it.
That's why we love Older Sister of Sisters.
Love to see
it.
They think about everything.
Oh.
They do.
This is episode 194 because my sources just confirmed it to me. And I promptly thought it was 184. And then I remembered it was 194. And we're here today to talk to you about our vibes, our vibrational frequencies going into 2024.
Our spirit.
AKA our spirits.
Our brother.
And where they are.
Alex tried to outlaw us saying vibes and said we should only say spirit.
I don't agree.
He thinks it's like bad.
Listen. Everyone has their own opinions in this.
But he also says salve when you see him instead of hello. So just
yeah.
Only
Everyone
Catholics will get it. If Betsy watches this, she watches a lot of them. Hey Betsy, if you're watching.
Betsy, if you're here.
That's our sister-in-law. Anyway.
So yeah, we're here today to speak about what our vibes are for this year, and then at the end of this year, people watch us back and be like, we were dead wrong and we were dead right.
Oh gosh. Wait, what do you think?
We'll see.
It's not being dead wrong or right. I'm not predicting the future.
Are you predicting
what
the future?
I'm thinking right now and want to do
and
right
see
now.
what happens.
Wait, here's my question. How dead wrong or dead right were you last year?
Oh, I was dead wrong.
Tell me what you thought. What did you think?
Well, I just made a bunch of goals and I did none of them and didn't really try for most of them.
Yes.
What about you?
I've done word of the year so many years in a row, and my word last year was nothing short of prophetic. No,
what?
That's too strong word, but really, honestly, kind of was. Like, my word described my entire spiritual theme for the year. Because I really think if you pray about
Minimal
it
or something?
No, it was decrease. It was based on the Bible verse, he must increase, I must decrease. My whole year was like minimalism, contentment,
recycle.
Simplicity, budgeting, frugality, like really just embracing a simpler version of life. And I feel like I radically changed in the last year.
Cute. Oh yeah, you are like minimalist girly.
Yeah,
that's like what I associate with you.
Yes, love it. I wanted to be that for years, and I thought about it, and then last year I feel like I really started putting it into practice. So yeah,
cute.
Simple.
I just looked at mine from last year. I'm trying to think of how dead wrong I was. I think in one way I was dead wrong because I felt like this promise for the year, and then it was literally one of the most stressful years
I was gonna say that
of my entire life. But there was two things. Okay, so spiritually I wanted to grow a lot, and I don't think I did a very good job. I was like, I gotta go to adoration, then I only went a couple times, which was more than I'd gone the year before.
That's good though.
Yeah. So it was an improvement, but it went down the toilet. But I said something about marriage, and Nick and I had our best year of growth in our marriage ever, 2023, so that was good. And then I said pelvic floor healing.
Oh.
And my pelvic floor physical therapist in 2023 said I didn't have to see her anymore.
Whoa.
Wait, really?
That's for the time being.
But that's great.
Not because I was perfectly healed, just because I was doing really well. So, but when I think of dead wrong,
well, you really put your whole pelvic floor into your pelvic floor healing.
Did you choose a word though, or did you not?
I didn't choose a word.
I've never chosen a word for the year.
The word of 2023 was terror.
Yeah,
I was terrorized every day.
That was a lot. Last year,
bad.
I did Saint of the Year, and I got this one that was scripture, and it was actually really good. I got really into the Bible last year, which was good.
Cool.
But this year, guys, I got St. John of the Cross.
Oh my
gosh. So
That's like Dark
Who did
Knight
I
of the
get?
Soul,
Dark Knight of
guys.
the Soul got like locked in a closet, like scary.
Yeah, that's scary.
What?
So like, what does this mean?
But he really like had deep spirituality and like grew a lot in that closet.
Locked in a closet.
I don't think that's what it means, Sam, but
I don't know. I got that. I was like,
I love him.
I
Just
gotta
saying.
read his Dark Knight of the Soul or something.
It's really good.
Maybe
What is
that's
written?
what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, read the book.
Yeah.
Maybe that's all it means. It's nothing deep.
Maybe.
You know?
Anyway, we're gonna tell you. So that was a little bit of a recap. We did a full recap a couple episodes ago of 2023, but
I think that was our last episode.
or maybe the last one you saw
2 episodes.
two
ago.
episodes ago. But you can watch that for the full one. So in this episode, we're gonna do
Watch that one before you watch this one. I
our
feel
hopes
like.
and dreams
Yeah.
to come.
Resolutions.
New year, new me. House is perfectly clean. This is trim. I feel slim after one trip to the gym.
New year, new me. House is perfectly clean.
Waist
That's
is trim or thin?
Trim. I feel slim after one trip to the gym.
It's satire,
My
guys.
life. Gonna read it every night.
Ready to dominate kill the competition
And dominate my life. That's our song, New Year, New Me, that Lisa wrote and I choreographed. A wonderful video.
I don't need to lose.
You posted that. I saw on Instagram. It has
so
1 million
good,
views.
yes.
Oh my gosh.
Me when that was her flaming all of us.
Yes.
Yeah, guys, Lisa flamed us in that song because
She's
I
like,
remember
oh, you do this part because this is you. I'm like,
she didn't randomly pick what lines we did. Like mine was like, I'll trust someone for once to get something done right. And I remember when I first listening through, just telling us we're
You
losing
want
what.
to tell us what I'm mad to their face?
I was like, what the heck, Lisa? Like, yeah, she's like, I'll tell someone. She did things that I don't think she told us. She knew we had like a problem with or something, and then she put them in the song, which was so funny.
That was wild.
What was yours?
I didn't have one.
you didn't sing in the song?
In that one, I didn't have like a.
Oh, like a flaming moment.
It's really
It might have
funny.
been like.
She did that in it's
Single
so funny.
on Valentine's
In
Day.
Single on Valentine's Day, she did that too.
That was
LOL.
good. That was a good one.
Okay, that was
We
good.
need to do a new musicale number.
Yeah.
If you guys have an idea
Do
for
one about like moms.
motherhood musicale,
Lisa would
Motherhood the
kill this.
musical.
Lisa would kill that.
That's
That would
That
be so
is a really
funny.
good idea.
Yeah, it was. Oh yeah, okay.
we'll do
Anyway.
Motherhood the musicale, or I don't know.
The way Lisa writes is just for the musical. It's sort of like a musical.
Her musical
And then
theater
I
ways.
used to choreograph like kids shows in theater, so it's just like a match made in heaven. It's just so fun and
And
so
the rest of
theatrical.
us bozos are just there.
Well,
And then those losers.
we bring our
just
star
show up.
talent. Our star
No, it's so
talent to
good.
the kick
It's so
line.
good.
Oh,
No,
yes.
everyone's theatrical.
I almost tried to do toe touches in the cheer.
That was too good.
We like 1 inch off the ground.
I know. I was watching that a bunch of times in a row, looking at each of us. I know everyone does that. You watch it like 5 times in a row and watch all of us what we do. Okay. If you want to support us and you want to get way more content, just saying, you got to join our Patreon. It's linked in the description, patreon.com/Cimorelli. Every single full episode is available on there, and we have a lot of cool stuff on Patreon. We do a exclusive patrons only live stream every single month. We always try to show you guys like snippets of something that nobody knows about, or like tell you, like Kath told the gender on that live stream.
That was wild.
Before the video came out, it was so
That was
wild.
like a month before.
We show like clips of like whatever like songs we're working on, like stuff that no one else would hear. So it is a really cool like exclusive behind the scenes kind of thing. And then on Mondays we have exclusive content. We were thinking of changing it. Right now it's Q&As with each of us. We might change it to a question of the week that we all answer every week, or one of us. We're trying to figure it out. But we do some kind of a content with each of with each of us on Mondays. And then there's a bunch of like past series on there as well. Like there's really good stuff. There's Throwback Thursday, guys. The Wacky Wednesdays from
Oh
Lisa.
my gosh.
Oh
Wild.
my gosh, it's so
Wild.
good. So anyway, if you want to get every full episode of the podcast, all the full episodes are on there. As you guys know, every other week we upload half an episode onto YouTube, and the other the whole. Yeah, you get what I'm saying, is on patreon.com/Cimorelli, linked in the description. So if you want to check that out, it's really, we really, really appreciate our patrons. Like, you guys are so supportive. It means so much to us, and it's very helpful for us. It really supports the podcast, and also there's a lot of content on there. Just saying. So check it out. Linked in the description, patreon.com/Cimorelli. So let's do our highs and lows, and then we're going to get into our main topic. So first we're going to tell you our highs and lows of the week.
I actually have had a good week.
Okay.
It was good.
Oh,
I've done a lot, seen a lot, hung out a lot. I don't really know. There's no.
Give us a
specifics in
high.
that. I was gonna say,
Please.
Amy, they want details.
my high is so many things, but that I
produced
read in
a
my
song?
room and I produced in my cool new room.
Oh, you redid your room.
Oh yeah, she redid her room and it was a sleigh.
It is a sleigh. Thank you, Christina.
Well, you redid your bed.
Well, I
didn't say your
like
whole room.
The picture she took.
I like finished
The picture
my
she
room.
posted last night where it was like dark, but the lights on her bed were on. That was a sleigh.
Thank you. It is a sleigh.
I was like,
Yeah,
wait,
it
is
was
this
cute.
Amy's
Oh.
account? Wait, she did 2 really good pics in a row. She did the
you.
pic
Thank you.
in the sun.
Hey, what pic?
Miss Selby
She
in
was
the
like
sun,
sitting there in the sun,
Your Honor.
and she was like,
Oh, yeah.
and then she did her bed, and I was like, whoa, this is art.
But then she didn't say that my demo for Girls Like Me was a sleigh in the middle.
I didn't hear that one. I'm sorry.
I didn't really listen through the whole thing, but I remember I was.
sleigh.
It sent me back in time, and I was like, what was this song? I forgot.
You'll have to hear it. My low is that I couldn't fall asleep. I couldn't get myself to go to bed until like 1 the other night. And now that I have really dark curtains, I sleep really late instead of waking up early. So I slept until 9 from 1. And it was like I woke up very kerbobbled.
Yikes.
Missed the whole day.
And yeah, other things that happened over the weekend were definitely a low. When I got sent into a tizzy and I was... It was, y'all should not have seen it. You should not have been there.
From what?
You would have done the same. From seeing an unexpected person around the town that I've not seen. I was like, "Wah!" for a while.
Yeah,
It
I
was
hate
just
when
too
that
much.
happens.
You flushed down the toilet?
Yes, I did.
You
You're
flushed
like,
yourself
why
down
is
the
there just
toilet?
one grocery store in this town? I was only
Truly.
trying to get some milk.
Okay, do you guys feel like when you see someone that you don't want to see,
Oh gosh.
it's do you A, avoid them, or B, force yourself to talk to them because you feel better after you
Avoid,
talk to
run.
them?
Well, do you
Hide.
not want
Talk.
to see them
Talk
because...
to them. Oh my gosh.
Do you
No.
not want to see them
Avoid.
because why?
Just because it's awkward.
Why is it awkward? Because you
Because
hate
you haven't
them?
talked.
Got a lot of enemies.
No, because
Or
of
because
just
you
like,
like them
You
and you
used to
haven't
be
talked?
close and you haven't talked for
I
a
don't
long
know.
time.
There's just like weird vibes.
Oh, I would definitely say hi.
Yeah.
Hey.
You feel so much better
You
if
have
you
to
say hi,
just-
but it's
You say
so
hi, you give them a
awkward.
big smile.
No.
You're like, hey, how's it going? Oh my gosh, yeah, I have so much going on. I don't know.
Okay, I don't do
My
that.
hi comes out like, hey! That's what happens.
No, I'm like,
Definitely.
oh, my life is going so well.
And it was so awkward because
And I'm
they
like,
were saying something and I couldn't hear them.
Oh,
And I had to
hate
repeat
that.
it like 4 times.
Like, can you repeat that?
Yeah, I was like, oh.
You just smile.
And I was
hard.
talking about like my roommate, LMAO, and it was like they didn't know my roommate, but they definitely know my roommate and have been at my house a million times.
so weird.
It's so awkward.
Okay, that's weird.
That was the low.
That's weird.
I was like, I
Okay,
just
who's
thinking
next?
of my roommate.
They're like, oh, who's that? Never seen it.
Okay, I'll go. I went too slow. My low is that my sleep schedule is so disturbed right now. Cause like we just got back to working this week from being on break for a while. Guys, I was up till 7 a.m.
Whoa.
on New Year's Eve.
Oh my God.
Was I out partying, you may ask? No.
We got home at like 12:30.
I was sitting in my house, okay? But I was up till 7. And many days in the past few weeks, I've been up till like 3 or 4. So now I'm trying to wake up
I was up till
at a
3 the
normal
other night.
time, and it's so hard, and I can't fall asleep till like 1 at least. And I'm trying to go to bed, but it's just not happening. So then now I have sleep anxiety because I'm like, I need to fall asleep so I can actually
heard
sleep.
that.
And then it makes it worse. And I'm like,
No.
I
have
heard
a
that you just have to
problem.
start waking up earlier and then you will fall asleep earlier.
I mean, I don't want to be up early.
I know you don't.
I wake up, I'm tired.
I know, but I'm saying
I
you
need
be
to
tired.
sleep
That'll
in.
make you go to sleep earlier.
I know, that's what I need to do.
That
But I need
is
to
so
fix
hard.
that, and it's stressing me out so much. And my mornings are just like, ugh, because I'm like, I didn't sleep. And then I'm anxious, too, about not sleeping. So then I
That
have
is
worse
tough.
sleep, and I just feel worse. So
That is such an annoying.
that's
cycle.
not giving.
Definitely not giving.
Do you ever try magnesium?
No.
I just watched a bunch of videos about
Magnesium is my life.
magnesium
my life.
glycinate. If you take like, they have like these gummies and there's like powder. If you take that before you go to bed, apparently
I
it's
have
like
it every night.
scientifically proven. It's like a natural, it's mineral, but in the form of
I feel
glycinate,
like I'm
it's
just
good
too
for sleep.
anxious. Is
No, it helps
Yes,
you.
yes,
Yeah,
it makes
it, like,
it's
calms-
nature's anxiety meds.
and it like
Yes,
it's
it's
supposed to be
real.
like a muscle, not
It
relaxer,
makes
but
you
like
You
it-
can put on
sleep.
lotion with it. Actually, it's kind of itchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should try it
Okay.
because I started taking it and then I just noticed I
I
felt,
religiously take it.
yeah,
And what's the
it helps
Okay.
you sleep for sure.
And then the sleepy time extra that you're not supposed to drive after. tea.
Whoa.
Do that.
Okay, maybe I'll do that. But
Wow.
it's not even that I'm not tired, though.
Yeah, but it just you need to relax.
No,
I
these
get-
help you relax. They all
Okay.
these help you not trust me.
yeah,
I've had
just
the
try it.
same problem. With the kids, you get
Maybe I'll
sleep
give it a
anxiety when
whirl.
your kid doesn't
Yeah.
sleep,
Oh,
and then you're
yeah.
like, I'm not, because you're like, I'm gonna be woken up.
Yeah,
at,
like
in
I
the
have
morning.
to sleep.
Yeah,
You're like, I'm gonna be woken up at this time, so every moment that passes, so you
Yeah.
get really anxious. So I know
the sunset scares.
feeling.
That's what I say.
Oh, that's sad.
That's sad.
It's
That's hard.
horrible.
So yeah, that's my low,
That's
but
really
we'll
low.
figure it out.
Yeah, definitely.
My high is that I feel like I had a few highs. I'll just say that I started drinking water,
Oh my
and I have so much more energy
Oh
now.
my
Wait,
God.
really?
I think from drinking water.
That
I don't
actually
think you
makes a
guys
lot of
realize
sense.
some people like you, like a fish,
Made me thirsty.
drink water every second of your life. Oh, I'm so thirsty. I must drink water. How can you guys live? No. I have gone years. I don't drink 1 cup of water in an entire day.
That is not right.
Ever. Like once a year. Not really.
Guys,
like
why are we
once a
all
week,
suddenly
maybe.
thirsty? We're like, gotta drink water.
That made me thirsty.
You talking
Because I'm
it's like
just
when someone
like,
yawns.
I'm not thirsty. Why do I need to drink 10 gallons of water? But I started doing it and I realized I am thirsty. I just didn't realize.
Guys, here's my hack.
It was repressed thirst.
I think drinking out of a blue cup makes you drink more water. In my experience, I've had water bottles of all different colors, and I
Wait, are
swear,
you serious?
I think it's because blue is such a cooling, like
Is the
refreshing
color of-
and I
not
think it
water,
hypnitizes my brain. Like, ooh, that looks so good. I
see
swear I
that.
drink more water out of this water
You might
bottle.
be right.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had a blue water bottle like ever, and now I feel like I drink more water. So.
Yeah, I have to use these cups. I don't like water bottles. I can't do the Stanley because it's way too trendy and I'm
And
just not that
very
girl.
I used to have one of those cups.
I just like these. It's just like a normal cup. ASMR.
Yeah, I love those.
Can you hear that?
Laura and Christy.
Okay, let's go. Let's move on. Okay, what's my high and low?
sorry.
Yeah, give it.
Actually, don't feel like I had much of a low this week.
Oh, that's good.
I feel like I have a
Wow.
couple highs.
Mm.
What's my high?
Oh.
Maybe my morning. That's so boring. Is that too boring? That my morning routine is just great now.
Ooh.
Back on track.
No, that is a high.
That's
That should
high.
be celebrated.
It's so boring though. But yeah, every morning, I'm working out. I'm
love
walking.
it.
Wha- Oh.
I'm moving
can't
every
catch her.
single morning, and it just is so much better. Like literally, I can't even tell you how much my life has improved because of that. I got my journaling, I got my exercising, and I'm just my mind is clear. Just great.
I love
So
it.
that's my
Cool.
high. Is like every morning is pretty amazing. Now that I'm on top of it, and if I get a little like something, Barrett woke me up one night, so I slept in a little bit. So then I just do a dance video with the kids. And it's
I love
so fun.
Feeds 2 birds.
It's so fun. Like, so fun. And I don't have to wake up early for that either. So, anyway, great mornings. Yeah, I don't even know what my low is.
Wow.
When
I'm
you-
having a really good week, just saying. When you what?
when you were trying to watch the basketball game with Tristan and she kept running onto the court.
That's not low.
It was not a low, but it was just funny.
That's not a low. My low is that I can't stop ordering perfume samples.
Wow, that's low.
That
No,
is-
it was low because
Oh no.
the other night I was like, you have to stop.
Wow.
I've never had a problem with buying things.
But
So I was
did
like,
this,
you
yeah.
have to be stopped.
Mm.
So I have a problem.
You know what? The first step is admitting it.
Okay,
Cool.
so that's my
Haley?
next.
My low is that I have a sinus infection.
that is a rip
I mean,
Bad
I've been on
low.
antibiotics for like 5 or 6 days now, so it doesn't like hurt a ton. It just kind of feels. I still just feel like it's still there.
Yeah,
So
that
I'm
is
like,
tough.
ugh, it just keeps going. But
Sorry, Kai.
it's okay. What was
Sorry,
my
Kay.
high? Oh, I had an ultrasound on Monday, and I got to see my son.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah, I saw
Yeah,
it.
he was in a really weird position
to
at like the
brag.
anatomy scan, so I couldn't really see his face. And this time I could really see his profile, and it really like struck me. I was like, oh, it just looks so real, so human.
Do you think it looked like the twins or no?
Yeah, he had like the little, like the same little like button nose as them.
That would be so weird if he looks just like
I know.
them.
Max and I are predicting. Maybe we're just like, oh, we really want him to look like super different than them. But I'm like, looked
Some
at him and I was
people
like,
like that.
it's like Max, you and I don't have a lot of variety. We both have like similar skin tone, dark brown hair, like.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Well,
say,
the coloring is almost a guarantee.
your
there.
kids
Yeah,
look
but our
exactly
features are
like I
different.
would think your kids would look.
Yeah,
The
well, except for
features
that they
is what
have
I'm
blonde
wondering.
hair. What the heck? We both have such dark
Oh
hair.
yeah, it is kind of like.
Wait,
They'll
do you and
get
him have
dark
really
hair.
different lips?
I don't know.
What,
I don't think they're that
I can't
different.
think
Our
of
noses
any of
are
his
very
features.
Your
different.
nose are very
Yeah.
different.
His nose is more like long and like straight, and mine is like more like a pinch nose.
But you don't
Okay.
know what his lips look like?
Because
I can tell you.
remember.
She can't remember, Christina.
Nick has the lips. Nick's got the lips.
Okay.
I can tell you that.
Good for you.
Can't remember.
Cool.
You can't remember? Because I was like, wow, Nick, you really
Haven't looked at them in a while.
Well, maybe they're just like medium, like not really
Yeah.
this or that.
They don't
It's
really
like,
stand out to
okay.
me. Like it's not like when you're like, whoa, that person doesn't have lips, or
Okay,
like,
so
whoa,
medium-
that person has giant
I
lips.
can't
Just
believe
kind
you
of in the middle.
don't know. I'm just wondering if you're like, oh, he has
Yeah.
way more thin lips. I don't. And so it's like, okay,
No,
there's
I think they're
an
both. I think
option.
we're both kind of in the middle. You know.
Yeah, I feel like they'll probably just end up looking like triplets.
Okay, so not
Maybe.
that many options.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Okay. Wait, did we just go through?
Did you guys know that I'm having a boy? Did you see that? Hopefully
You
saw it.
better have
see
seen
our
our
weird-
weird.
Apparently, we never even said that I was pregnant on almost said Tumblr. Whoa.
TikTok.
TikTok. And people are like, wait, what? So,
Yeah, I had to announce it way late because I forgot.
LOL. Funny.
All right, guys. So this year, new year, new me. House is perfectly
Yes.
clean.
Yes, I can't wait.
What does the new year mean to you? So are you one of those people who got... I love saying something that's not even that sappy, but just mildly. And then Lauren always goes like...
It was
Because you say it in the weirdest way.
Yes, you do.
What does the new year mean to
Okay,
you?
I was trying to say, what kind of a new year person are you?
Oh.
Okay, it's interesting you say that because I feel like, tell me if you guys have seen this too, more than ever on social media, I'm seeing so many posts of people being like, just because it's the new year doesn't mean you have to set goals. You don't have to resolutions. Don't put pressure on yourself. And I'm like, oh man, that's sad. Like, I feel like it's like people think it's like, well, I'm saying like, it sounds like for a lot of people, it's like this pressureful thing. Like,
yes.
I'm a horrible person and I need to step it up and change everything because I hate myself in my life.
No, I think...
But
And I'm like,
they
it doesn't
probably
have
do
to-
need to change things.
Well, okay, but I feel like that's such a bad way of looking
No,
at
you're
it.
right. You're right, but I think what most people do is they go, okay, I hate my life. Now it's the new year. This is my chance. Here's all my crazy goals. And they're all
Oh,
these
yeah.
big, all or
It's
nothing,
unhinged.
unrealistic goals.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
and it's
they
like-
don't do any of their goals and they feel
Yeah.
guilty the whole time. And
Yeah.
then at the end, they're like, I am a piece of trash, which you're not.
And
but
then you
Definitely not.
redo it again.
Yeah.
and then you do the
I-
whole all or nothing thing all
Yes.
over again.
I think, okay, to answer the question, the type of New Year's person that I am is, I maybe used to be more like that. When I was in my eating disorder, I probably was more like that. More like
Like
self-loathing.
motivated from self.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like let me punish myself. Rip.
Dislike.
Oh, that's sad. Don't laugh at that, Kat. That's sad. But but nowadays, I feel like I think of my life as like, okay, the year stretching out ahead of me. How can I enjoy this year? Like,
Love
what can
it.
I do to make this year a good experience for me and like support myself? And like for me, I'm thinking of the year and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be like a pregnancy postpartum year. What can I do to like have the best experience possible? And I feel like it just feels more like I'm a coach to myself, and I'm like my athlete or my student. I'm like, all right, let's do this. What do we got
love
coming
it.
up? You know,
Yeah,
let's make this
That's
great
really
experience
nice.
for you. So rather like shepherding myself rather than like whipping myself.
So you're excited at the new year.
Yeah, I'm always excited about a new year. And I feel like, I don't know, I just think it doesn't have to be this like hateful or like self-hating thing.
Yeah, I just feel like it's a great time to reflect. Because it's like, okay, or like everything slows down, you have more time to like think. And I really like taking the time to really reflect and be like, okay, what changes do I want to make? What are my goals for the year? I like weekly things, monthly things, yearly things. Like I like planning that way and like making goals like that. Like people are like, it's just another day, who cares?
No,
I'm
it's
like,
not.
no, it's like more exciting to plan when it's like, ooh, the new year. Like I feel like it just gives you like an extra push
excitement
to like take some steps. It's like people are like, who cares about Valentine's Day? Show your love every day.
Yeah, but it's like,
but
why
it's
not?
like a good day to show
Day.
I so disagree with that, because then it's just like, oh, so every day you're supposed to be living everything up to the maximum. It's like, no, sometimes you need reminders, and that's a good thing.
Duh.
Embrace it.
Yeah. So
I like marking the passage of time personally.
I have one wrench to throw in that I keep seeing.
gosh.
What about, have you seen
Always
this?
a
These people that
wrench.
say this is not the time of year for goals.
Oh, like hibernation.
This is like the hibernation rest.
Interesting.
But maybe that's
Have
a
your
goal.
soup.
That sounds like
Sure.
a goal to me.
Which that is kind of ruining it for me a little bit, because I love this. I love a good goal. Okay. I love a good plan. I love a good list. And I really enjoy New Year's. I love it every time. And it's so fun. And it gets me through my seasonal depression every year. But that was kind of hitting me. I'm like, they're like, this is just time to rest and hibernate.
Ooh.
But
so you can't think and make a plan?
yeah, that's what
You
they're
have no
saying.
brain power?
They're saying wait until
Nope.
spring.
Yeah.
I can't wait until spring.
but
You could plan, okay, my plan and my goal is to rest this winter, and then spring I'm going to do this and that.
yeah, and just because you're
Okay.
making goals doesn't mean that your goal has to be this rigid thing of, all right, I need to change myself. I'm going to wake up at 4, get in an ice bath,
Yeah,
hit the gym
don't
for
do
2
that.
hours. It's like,
Yeah, they're
that
saying
doesn't have
don't
to
do
be
that.
your goal. You can do that if you want, or maybe summertime might be a better time to start with the ice baths if that's what you want to do. But like, yeah, winter is more of like a slower time.
that's
and that's
why,
just human nature.
yeah, that was hitting me. And I was like,
I agree. I've been seeing that too.
You know
but
what winter's
I don't
a
think
time
it
for?
means don't have a goal. I
Yeah,
rebuke
I
that.
love goals.
I personally
Sorry.
believe that winter's the time to get rid of all of your things.
So true.
Yeah,
Nick would
decluttering.
love
What else are you
that.
supposed to do?
Well, yeah, because you're
trapped
spending
inside.
so much time inside. I've been drinking like 3 cups of tea a day.
Oh, I love
I'm
that.
Me
trying,
too.
trying to get to
You're
like
a
the
tea
winter
gal
like
now?
hygiene thing. Remember we talked about that?
Oh yeah, the Danish
what?
thing.
It's literally what you're talking about. It's like
Oh,
winter
yeah.
time. In order
Like,
for it
make
to
it
not be
cozy.
depressing, you have to lean into the coziness. Like
Oh,
light
yeah.
candles in your house,
Yes.
bake fresh bread, make some soup, have
I
some
made my
tea,
dirty chai
like-
latte I told you guys about.
Yeah,
before.
make your house smell like good things.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I've been
like-
baking. I just made banana bread muffins today. Like I'm just the smell. I can't really smell,
Oh,
but you know, normally I can smell.
Thank
Max can
God
smell
of
it.
the smell.
I know
Yeah.
Nick always has sinus infections. I think it's from
Ugh.
doing construction and his nasal cavities, I don't know, being destroyed, but all of my perfumes, I'm like, hey, can you
Oh,
smell? He's
no.
like, I can't smell. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yesterday you were like, smell my perfume, and I was like, I literally can smell it.
it's ruining my
I
life.
don't smell anything.
No, like yeah,
It's from holes.
yes.
guys.
Oh, I don't remember.
I don't remember that.
Anything.
Remember,
when they
he's
get the
trying-
shoes to not smell.
Yeah, he's like, it was peaches.
Oh,
Full
okay, okay.
circle
Yeah,
I
I've seen that
vaguely,
multiple
I
times,
love
I
that movie,
can't
but I don't.
Holes
remember
is
that
so
Oh my
good.
I love that.
Digging up
Okay, anyway.
holes, digging.
Did you read the book?
No.
It's really good.
Oh, I read it. It was
I
good.
showed Barrett that song
Yeah.
Also, reading. That's another nice thing. I just got a new book. That's a nice thing to do in the winter. Reading.
and the summer.
Okay, so no one can have goals. Got it.
Well, yeah, that
you can have goals.
that was messing with me because I'm like, wait, should I not be doing my walks in the morning and
No,
should
you
I just be
No.
laying in my bed like this?
No,
No.
don't do that.
But
I
do
think-
your walks
okay,
in the
no.
morning.
This week I've been doing it religiously all week and it's been amazing.
But Christina, what you're talking about, from what I can hear of your morning routine, is not like push it to the limit. It's
No.
gentle.
Yeah, gentle.
Taking care of yourself. That doesn't go against what you're talking about.
yeah, it's like my
That
heart
actually
rate is
doesn't-
not like crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not like
Like you're just
sweating
walking,
all over
right?
the place.
You're just
Yeah,
doing a
and
walk.
weights.
You're not sprinting.
No.
Yeah, I just think we need to broaden our vision of goals.
Low impact.
They can be so many
Agree,
different.
Kat,
Some
I
seasons
love
of
it.
life, you can be in a resting season where you're kind of burned out, or
And
like
that's your goal is
sometimes
to
you're
rest.
like, I'm feeling a little lethargic. I want to like get moving and like get my heart rate pumping. Like there's just different times in
Like,
life. It
a
doesn't have to be
goal-
one thing.
It's just like where you're trying to go.
Yeah,
It doesn't mean it like it has to be a specific type of thing.
yeah.
If you want to rest more, you can have a goal to rest.
Yeah.
And I think there's so much
That is a good
temptation
goal.
in our modern society with the influx of technology to just be like on
Yes.
autopilot. And it's so good to take
what
the
do you
time. Like people were on autopilot so much,
Yeah.
like
They
not really
actually,
no
like,
thoughts,
Whereas
just
like to
vibes.
step and zoom out of your life and be like, okay, let me reflect, like, how am I doing? You know,
Yeah.
how's my health? How's my well-being? How are the things that I want to do in life? Like, is there anything I want to work on or change? Like, zoom out and reflect. We don't do that enough, just naturally, because there's so much distraction in our lives with technology and our phones and like TV shows. Like, there's always noise. So it's really good to take that time to reflect. I love it.
So then let's talk about word of the year. First of all,
Yay.
who likes it or doesn't like it and why?
I love it. I love word of the year.
And why?
So I like word of the year because, okay, so I've done, you know, everyone, again, like I'm saying, everyone's different. I think everyone should just do what you like.
Everyone's different.
I'm saying I'm not against goals. I know some people love making a list of specific goals, and I used to do that, and I never would do them, and then I would feel really bad about myself. And that's why I like word of the year, because to me, word of the year is a theme, and it's sort of like a check back in, like, okay, so, like, and again, I really think for me, like, it only works when I do it prayerfully. And I ask God, like, what's my word of the year? What do you want me to focus on? And then something always comes to me, like, after that. So, yeah, I like it. I think it's, to me, it's like, and a lot of times I don't know exactly what the theme is going to turn out to be. My word that I just prayed about this and it kind of hit me is belong. And
Oh, interesting.
I love that.
yeah, and I went back and forth between several words, and that was the one that
Not
just
in
kept.
the Polar Express. No, believe.
Oh.
Never mind.
But I think that might be one of. It might be one of them.
yeah, where he's like,
Tickets.
Yeah, I think one of the things I realized is that I think motherhood threw me into a tailspin with like my community, friendships type of vibe, and I think I just kind of didn't really know what to do in like sort of survival mode. And I'm going into another season of survival mode. I'm about to have another baby, and I know this year is going to be crazy, but I still, and this is how I think the word's going to play out. I don't know, because by the end of the year it could be different. But I really want to invest more in my friendships and community. That's like a big part of it for me, because I think I've just kind of felt isolated the last 2 years. I've had a lot of like conversations with Max, like, who are my friends? Like, I know I have friends, but it's like, am I investing in them? Am I available to them? Like, am I showing up for them? Obviously, I have a lot going on with 2 toddlers and I'm working and stuff, but like, I need friends. We all need friends. We all need community. And I'm kind of convicting myself, like, I need to be the friend that I'm looking for people. And that
Love it.
I think is like my biggest focus of the year. As weird as it is, because it's a postpartum baby year, but that's just the word that came to me. So I'm like,
I feel like it
see
makes sense.
Yeah.
yeah, need like support.
Yeah. Reaching out and not being afraid to ask for help.
Yes, I support that.
I've been really thinking about that
Same.
lately, because I've heard several things on like podcasts and in books I've read that like people actually like to help.
Yes, they
Kath,
do.
You like to help.
No, I love helping.
You love
but
helping.
I always assume that if I ask someone to help, it's annoying or they don't want to, or I'm just adding to their life and they already have too much going on. And it's like, but actually, apparently, like there's some altruism thing where it makes people feel really good to help.
Yeah, and
Kath,
it just
you know
depends,
this is
Kath.
true.
Like
I know.
sometimes, yeah, it's like, I don't really want to do that. But
Yeah.
sometimes, like, yes, I do. I'm busy. Sometimes I'm not busy. Other
Yeah.
times, like, it's not that everyone wants to help every second of their
Right.
life, but overall, like, yeah.
Yeah.
you want to help
Yeah.
people out if you have like the time and
Yeah.
space you want to.
Also, that's part of the reason why you need like a broad community, because you
What?
need a lot of you need sources you can ask for help, because not everyone can do
I bet it ain't me.
everything at the same
Who's
time.
the broad community?
You better get one. No, like if you have if you only have one friend, you can ask for help.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
no.
yeah, yeah.
You are never gonna ask for help because you're like, It's so much
Oh,
riding
yeah,
on
yeah.
that one ask.
Oh,
And then
yeah,
if
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't be helped, then it's just like
Well, yeah.
done.
Well, yeah. One of the things I want to do before the baby comes is I want to, instead of having a baby shower, I want to have a nesting party.
Yes.
Where you like invite like
Yeah.
your friends and like sisters over, and then you like they help you like make meals, get the nursery ready. You guys basically
kinda
did that for me.
We kind of did that
Yeah.
before Barrett.
Yes. No,
Yeah.
Christina, we did it the day you went into labor with me.
Yes.
Do you remember
Oh
that?
my
Yeah, that was the day.
And it's interesting
Yeah.
because I was just learning from my
That
doula about how like certain hormones make you feel like secure and like get and safe.
Well, that was my placenta detaching. so it's
Well,
different.
yeah,
That was
that's
different.
true.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
true. That
That
might have
was
been different.
different.
But it's weird to me that
Maybe
like
it felt safe to
that
do that.
day, your body's like, all right, time to have the baby.
Like time to start hemorrhaging. That's what happened.
Yeah,
It's okay. We've both been there.
but I don't know. I just think America
That
is
was
like
fun having everyone over, and Ariel set up my organization of the clothing system that still exists to this day with those bins.
yeah,
That's a
that
good
was so
one.
nice. I got back from the hospital. They had cleaned up my
Oh
house.
yeah, we did a lot of
and
stuff.
like set up all this stuff. One of my friends had brought a meal over and it was in the fridge, and it was just like had such a rough week in the hospital, and coming home to that I was so like touched, and I felt like I wasn't alone,
Yeah.
and that was such a gift to me. Like I don't know, more than any like I don't know, that was just such a gift. So that's what
People
I want
love
to do
to
this
give.
time.
They do
Especially
love
when
to
it's
give.
like a group activity too. It's fun.
Yeah.
Like many hands make the work light.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's
And if
major
you think about
key.
how we have existed anthropologically throughout the ages,
Yeah.
everyone is always together, raising children together.
Yeah.
like,
That's
helping
how it's
each other
supposed to be.
out. Like
Yeah.
all the women in the community are raising their kids together instead of like everyone's so individual,
Yeah.
like just
It's
alone.
supposed to be like that.
Yeah, I was just listening to a podcast with John Deloney. He's like a psychologist, I think, and he was saying how like
I see him on TikTok all the time.
yeah, he has some really good
Don't
like
know
good
him.
stuff, and he's done a lot of work with people in like crisis situations and stuff. And he was
Yes.
talking about how like American culture and like Western culture in general, like one of the bad sides of all the progress we've made and all the like industrial stuff and the entrepreneurialism and stuff is like this very individualistic attitude.
Yes.
Where we're like so individual that people are afraid to ask anyone because they think they should do everything themselves.
Yeah.
And I
But
just
that's
think-
never
yeah.
been the way that it's been.
And other people, when you ask other people for help, then they feel safe to ask you for help too.
Yeah.
Like I was sick a few weeks ago, and one of my friends offered to make me chicken soup, and I would have been like, oh my gosh, no, she has 3 kids, like that's way too much to ask. Like I'll just tell her I'm fine, I don't need it. And I was like, you know what, that would be amazing. And she offered, and it was so
If
sweet.
they
and kind.
offer, you gotta say it.
Yeah, and I'm like, that was so, and it literally like carried me through like 2 or 3 more days of like my children puking. Like
There
it
you
was just
go.
a highlight to have that
Yeah.
soup. So,
It means so much.
and now I'm
more
like,
than
I gotta
just
make soup for someone when they're sick next. Like I gotta give
Yeah,
back.
that was so.
Yeah.
Pay it forward.
So, what do you guys
Yeah.
think of words of the year?
I don't have them. Okay. Yeah, I've never really done the word of the year.
You don't really
thing.
want to?
I don't know why. I just never think about it. I like.
Are you a goal girly instead?
I
or-
have the same goals that I make every single year.
live, laugh, love.
Maybe you're not
To
working.
release my music. And I do
Hey,
every
that's a
year.
good goal.
But it's like, oh, releasing music, make like doing creative, like it's the same kinds of things. Because like I know the kind of life that I want to lead and the hobbies that I want to do.
I
so
see,
I
I
just
see.
keep doing.
It's kind of like your weekly schedule. You're like, the
Yeah.
goals are just the same every year.
Yes. I like.
repeat.
I got it. I'm like really getting a handle.
Okay.
But more like a mental growth.
Do you like a word of the year?
I feel like it doesn't really hit for me. Like I feel like I do think of a word of the year, but I don't like remember it throughout the year. Like it's not something that I would like keep coming back to because I feel like I'm more like word of the quarter. I feel like
Yeah.
I change so much
Yes.
that it's like this quarter is this word, and then in a few months
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, now I have another word.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, I do have a word for right now, which is like enjoy
Oh.
and
I love it.
receive.
Oh, I love that.
But I don't know that that's my word of the year, but it's my word right now that I was thinking of.
I love that.
I don't know why,
So,
but the twins always
Giving
say
winter.
enjoy. Like I'll give them their food and they'll say enjoy.
Enjoy.
Wait.
Wait.
Yes, they say.
Wait, that's so
I think,
things
cute.
I think
they
they
say.
got it from Blue's Clues. But yeah, when you say enjoy,
Why? They
enjoy.
just give commercial. Like they're always in commercial.
Delicious.
When I give Barrett stuff now, he says, "Thank you, sweetheart." It's so cute.
He's already patronized.
That's funny.
No, cause mom. I was like, where did you get that? He's like, Mimi.
Oh my
cute.
gosh, that's funny.
It's really cute.
I love that. Those are good words though. Enjoy. and
Yeah,
receive.
because that's
Oh my
kind of
gosh.
my New Year's goal. That's the thing. I was sitting trying to make all these goals, and it's like I did make goals, but I'm a very intuitive person,
Love that for you.
and it just wasn't really hitting. Like, and it wasn't that the goals were wrong. Like, I still have the goals, but it's like these goals are not like the direction though, the thing to focus on. If that makes sense.
Yes.
And I felt like I needed something else. And that is kind of what I landed upon. Actually, when Lisa and Chad went into this whole thing to me, they're like asking about my dating life, and then just went into this life thing, talking about, you gotta live life to the fullest, you gotta enjoy life. Like, it was better than that, but that was like the recap. And I was like, this is so true, because for me, it's like, I feel like this last year was like, find that grit, find that energy, like work through the pain, blah, 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 which was good. Like, that's real. That's part of life. But then I'm like, okay, I have that. I understand that I can do that. But then I don't need to be like, life is suffering and you just have to suffer through it. It's like, I need to find like the joy in life and like have fun and like just figure out what that looks like to me, to live a life where like I am like working hard, doing the hard things, like self-growth, that, but also like finding joy and not like pushing so hard. So that's like my thing right now, which is interesting because on my quest of the last few weeks of trying to be like, what would life look like if I just wanted to enjoy life? And what I found was self-care. Actually,
Yes.
like not
Love
like
it.
at first I was like, oh, I need to like plan all these fun things to like have fun, enjoy life, but it like wasn't really hitting right. So I'm like, okay, I'm not like super like fun girly that's like, oh, I got to do this, that. Like some people are. That's not quite me. That's like more of
Yeah.
like
I relate to that.
like
That's not me.
plan fun things, but not like all the time because it's just too much for me. And I'm like finding that I really actually enjoy doing all this self-care stuff. And like you sent me that fear-mongering TikTok about dust mites, and I'm like, oh my
Don't send that
gosh,
to me,
now
oh my
I'm
God.
washing my sheets twice a week, and I bought little
twice a week.
yes, Amy, and I
Ah!
bought these like little towels that are like for babies. They're like muslin towels.
Oh my
But
gosh. I
to
have 1,000 of those.
wash my face every night, I just use one and then I put it in the hamper because you're not supposed to use the same towel more than once on your face, which I didn't know. So I just like have been really looking into like, all the self-care girlies on TikTok. I'm like, what do people do? Like, because I just don't really, I feel like just for so long it was just like, I'm so tired and depressed or anxious or like I don't want to do these extra things. Like it's like I don't need to like oil my hair. It's like not that serious, or like I don't need to like do like focus on these things that to me just felt like kind of pointless. Because I think that, okay, this sounds kind of bad, but I think that I thought that like, oh, people put all this effort into like self-care stuff because they think they're ugly if they don't, but I don't think that I'm ugly, so I don't need to do
That's so
that.
funny.
But I realized that it's not about being ugly.
Well, sometimes I think that is what they think.
Guys.
Okay, but like I'm not like, oh, I need to have shiny hair so that I have perfect hair.
It's
I don't
relaxing
care,
and fun.
but I'm like, oh, it's nice to actually like think about my hair and the health of it.
It's like tuning into your body in the moment and like you're aware of
Yes.
like how your scalp feels. It's literally
Yes.
sometimes it's not even about really what you're doing. It just doesn't really matter. It's just like tuning
It
into your body and
feels
focusing on yourself
good.
for a moment and just relaxing is the best.
Like so weird, but I bought scalp oil and I brushed my hair like from like the forehead back, And I was like, whoa, I have not had my hair brushed like this or brushed my hair like that since I was a child. When you guys would do like your pampering days
Yes.
for me. And
my
like, I was like, wait, this feels so like nice and pampering just to like brush my hair. I don't know why. Just like
Every
from
day
like,
when I do that,
the
I'm like,
forehead back.
Yeah.
And now I do that every night before I go to bed. Because I thought that would ruin my hair. Because, you know, like you brush it and it looks dumb when you have like waves. But if I do it before I go to bed, it actually doesn't ruin it.
I see.
And it's like less tangled and doesn't have scary knots in it.
You do that. Normally, you can only do it when your hair is wet.
Well, normally I'd only brush my hair before I take a shower. So that I could wash it. But I didn't want to
Curly
brush it
girls.
because it would ruin my waves. But I realized if I just brush before I go to bed, it doesn't ruin them, and then it's just better. So yeah, it's just like these little things that I was just like, why would I care about that? But I realized I do care, and it's enjoyable.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, it's so weird because I'm like, there's so much like life to live actually when you keep up with things.
Yeah.
Like instead of me just being like, okay, like after today, like going home being like, well, it's gonna lay there, whatever, might think of something to do, maybe not. I'm like, oh, I actually made like a schedule of like days of the week where it's like, oh, I do this on this night and this on that night, and like, oh, I do my groceries this night, I cook this
I
night,
love it.
I do a hair mask this day. So it's like I actually have things to do in the evening that like before I feel like those things were like stressful to me of like, oh, I have to do this dumb thing, I don't want to do it, but I have to do it, okay. But somehow I like changed my mindset and I'm like, oh, it's like fun and feels good.
Yes.
I'm like, wow, I'm like a person.
I love it.
I love
That's
that for
weird.
you.
So that's like my goals and New Year's resolution, whatever. It was like enjoy life, which really took me to like self-care and eating really good. Like high quality food that tastes really good and cooking a lot instead of just like, oh, just do this microwave thing 'cause I have no energy. Like meal prepping and planning and like actually eating really good food that makes you feel good.
I love that.
So that's me.
So that's me. I didn't do a word of the year last year. I don't really do it every year. But some years I just feel the vibes, you know, the spirit. But
Love the spirit.
okay, but then I accidentally found mine when we were talking about something at some point. I don't know, was this on the podcast? Was this us talking? That at least my quarterly word is like rebuild, basically, which is what I've already been doing. Which so since getting pregnant the first time in 2019, yeah, it's just like been quite the ride. I just feel like so much has been like stripped away. And so much has been like lost or like abandoned, basically, of like who I am and what I do and what I enjoy and how I live my life, and even like my body being able to function. Like I didn't like run or jump for most of last year, like at all, because of my pelvic floor. It just was a lot. So
Can you jump now?
yes, I can jump. Well, I mean, I could. It's just I would feel it, and it was not right. It was not right. So and having the kids like 2 years apart, I didn't like recover quite enough in the middle. I wasn't quite sure. And then I figured out after like, it wasn't quite enough recovery time for me. So I'm really in a rebuilding phase, and it feels so good because I'm actually like seeing it happen, of just rebuilding like my physical health, my mental health. I mean, like I said, last year it was not
Tough time.
it was not a good one for the mental health.
No.
Most of the first like 3/4 are like 2/3. The last part was a lot better, but I mean that was like the beginning of last year. I had a 5-month-old. And I was so sleep deprived, and I had postpartum depression. And then a couple months later, my postpartum depression was going to peak and be really, really severe. So it was just not the best. So there was like a lot to recover from last year. a lot. You know, I'd birthed a 10-pound baby. Just a lot.
That's crazy.
It was a lot. Not that a heavier baby means things are going to be so much worse, but it is more weight that you are carrying
Literally.
the whole time. So it's a lot of weight that you're carrying.
Yeah.
It's wild. So yeah, rebuilding. I have been rebuilding, which is cool. So that's kind of at least quarterly right now. I'm really focusing on myself and trying to rebuild my muscles.
Yeah.
I'm trying to gain a lot of muscle.
I want to go on a weightlifting journey so bad. I just never do.
So do it.
Oh my
I know. I need to get dumbbells in my room. That's the only way I will lift a weight.
Go to the store.
That is the only way I will lift a weight.
Pick up some dumbbells. Put them
I
in
used to
your
go to
room.
the gym.
I know.
but
It's too intimidating.
I
There's
aged
so many
out.
body weight exercises as well.
I aged out of my parents' membership.
True.
So, and I don't want to pay for it.
Well,
but
Amy, you don't need to go to the gym.
Yeah, you
I
don't need the
know.
gym.
I
The
just
gym
need to
needs
get
you.
some good dumbbells in
You
my
just-
room. I
yeah.
just need like 2 sets of like just a few to start me off. But yeah,
Yeah, you need to do that.
Yeah,
It'd be
I
great.
have some, but they're in my room. So.
Exactly.
Building
Kinda
muscle
like-
is so life-changing. Oh my god.
I know.
Just saying.
I used to be so into weightlifting and exercising so much as a teenager and like beyond. I was always like at the gym, always
go to
walking,
the
running, jumping, and now I haven't gone to
You
the gym for
jumping?
evs. Yeah. On
Oh, you
trampoline.
jump roped too.
I was jump roping. I was
Yeah, you did all that
trampolining.
stuff.
I miss her.
I was
trampoline.
punching. It was great. You want to get a trampoline?
Seeing our brother's weightlifting competition really inspired me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I love lifting weights. It's so fun. I
It was
feel like
so-
so powerful.
It was so fun. If you guys saw, a couple of us posted on our stories. They do a
Yeah, it was
weightlifting competition
funny.
on Thanksgiving and Christmas morning. I don't know why. And my husband joined too. It was really funny. It was so entertaining. Anyway, that partially inspired me as well. But yeah, so that's mine. Did I cover it all? I think rebuilding. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I've always had this like vision of the person I want to be, which is why my goals don't really change. I just have not been getting them. But I feel like this year, yes, like I have this vision and I know what I want to be, but like I'll get off track for all these different reasons of like, you know.
I don't
reasons.
have enough of a vision of more of who I want to be.
I feel like I have the vision now where I can look at it's struck me because I literally went on a tear the other day. I was like, I need to finish my room. And wouldn't you know it? I went, first of all, my best friend is Notion. That is the best app in the world. I was building all these pages for my entire life.
Wait, what app?
Notion. Is
Oh,
the best
Notion.
app.
Tell you said an
Ever.
ocean.
Yeah, I thought you said
Notion.
your best friend is an ocean.
That's what I thought you said.
Notion. Potentially is how you spell it.
Wait,
Um,
N-I-O?
Notion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
You
thought I
said
said.
NIO.
I don't know. But I was like, okay, I need to change my room, finish my room. I redid my tapestry. I like got new bedding. I can like see what I want now and like actually do it. Like, and it became very clear when I was going through all my clothing. Oh, excuse me. And I could actually tell, like, oh, I don't want this. Because before I'd be like, oh, what if I want it? It's cute. But then I, like, could clearly see the difference between, like, something that I thought was cute and something that I was going to actually, like, wear or be. Or
That's
want.
another thing. I'm trying to wear way more cute clothes
Yeah.
in my house and
Yes.
out of my house.
Guys, I got
like
it.
when no one's really, when I'm not doing anything special, I want to wear more
Love it.
cute, not like nice, but cute.
But cute,
I want to
yeah.
wear
Can't look-
cute stuff. I don't want to.
yeah.
I can't just wear black t-shirts every day anymore.
That's
Then you look in the
hard.
mirror and you're just like, I want to be like, ooh, cute, fun. I feel like I
Yeah,
used to do that
girl.
all the time, and then not anymore.
Yeah.
I
You
need to
need
wear
like loungewear that you
cute,
like.
Yeah.
fun stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cute and comfortable.
It's
can
just so wild.
coexist.
I've never been able to, like, give away all this stuff. And I, like, lightened my load so much.
That is
So
so.
good.
I
good.
went to the freaking. I had Christian come over, my little brother, and he like put up new curtains for me, put in new light bulbs for me.
He did.
We took everything downstairs I needed to take downstairs.
Ooh, come to
I
my
got
house,
rid of
Christian.
a broken vacuum I've been meaning to rid of for like a year. I got rid of
Aw.
a toaster that was broken. Like all the stuff I was like got out of my house, and it feels like a new place in my spirit.
Wow.
You know what
It
else?
feels so cleared.
I realized I needed to cut a bunch of my shirts, and actually probably my sweatshirt. I did one already where you like have it a little bit more open.
Oh, yeah, you
because
just do
the high neckline for me is not my number one.
Yeah.
It's not my best neckline.
I was
need
literally
to let myself
just
breathe.
thinking about that today.
Too.
If you sit and you wear these high
Because-
necks all the time,
Well, I was
sometimes it's
thinking
just
about.
not right.
Remember when we were in kids in musical theater? We were cut all of our shirts.
I was thinking about Debbie
and
her
we
shirts.
did
that
it
she had that
because
were
of
cut.
our musical theater director.
No,
She
I was
had
thinking about
these-
her all week, and I was like,
I literally
she had
thought of
these
her
amazingly
because
cut shirts.
the reason was
from the
'cause
80s.
one of the
right?
twins had like a slit in their shirt that it came that way, and Max was like, "Oh, did you cut a slit in their shirt?" I'm like, "No, it came that way." And then I was thinking, I used to cut all my shirts.
Yes,
Back
forgot
on
about
track,
that.
It's
guys.
so fun.
So
Yes,
interesting.
I was cutting
Off the
some
shoulder.
t-shirts over. Yes, gotta let your
was the
collarbones
move.
breathe. I'm telling you, I'm just not for the
Amen.
high necks. They're not for me. So
Amen.
t-shirts, I'm in these high neck black t-shirts all day, and then I just look in the mirror. I'm just like, it ain't right. Anyway, because I saw this thing about which like body types, I can't even remember, are better for high neck versus not high necks, and mine is not supposed to be having all these high neck things. So they got to be like the right thing.
I
with
like
tight
high
shoes.
neck usually.
Yeah, I remember being like, oh, Lauren looks good in them.
Mm-hmm.
But
Thank
it's
you.
not me. Depending on what it is. It's got to be just right.
Yeah, it's gotta be the right one.
So nobody cares, but I just had to say that. Okay. So that's that. I would say we should go to our 5 perspectives. Did we get Lisa's? Yeah. We have
Yay!
Lisa's POV for this.
Guys, this episode has
Oh.
been really fun.
Love
Yeah, I
it.
liked
Good.
it.
Love reflecting.
Okay, our 5 POVs. We'll end it with Lisa's POV. So what is your or are your biggest phobias? A phobia is really like
Like terror.
Like
not
something that,
like
absolute
scared.
terror.
Needles.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
so
Oh, I don't
afraid
know about
of
needles.
any needle coming near me.
Yeah. Oh, I hate it.
Mine used to be blood and needles until I had to do my shot every day, and then I got over. That was
Yeah,
my
that's
I would
my
almost faint every
phobia.
time. I would just about faint every
Yeah,
time,
that's
but
why
I
I'm
got
not
over
afraid
that.
of
That used to
needles.
be mine. Blood. I couldn't even say it, but I'd be like BLOO. Like it was the worst.
What are my biggest
I got over that.
phobias?
I think my
Parallel
number.
Yes!
Amy, what are your biggest? I feel like you have a
'Cause I'm
lot.
scared, but I feel like I'm
But
like,
what's her actual phobia?
I'm like, okay, I'm scared of everything, but I'm not like actually horrifyingly
What?
terrified.
Are
of
you not?
everything. Like I am, but
I
nothing
don't
is
know what you're like. I can't do it.
Okay.
Oh, yogurt.
Yes!
Yoga.
Phobia.
Phobia?
You-
or just
Amy,
like a
that's-
giant
yes, she's like,
reaction?
You like are about to throw
It
up.
It's more like a
grosses me out.
disgust.
No,
I feel like
Amy
disgust
has a
is different
phobia.
than fear.
She like runs
I have
away
a bit of a
screaming.
phobia of it because it's so disgusting and
Oh
I
my
don't want
gosh.
to.
Okay, then my number one is obviously mayonnaise. If someone had that in this room right now,
Oh,
it's not allowed in my house. Thank goodness I married someone who agrees,
You gotta.
or we would have a problem.
We might have a problem.
Wasps / bees.
Oh, I am really
afraid
scared
of
of
those.
those.
I live in fear that one's in my car. I live in
Ew.
because then
Ugh.
you're driving, and if you're somewhere that you can't pull over,
Oh my gosh.
one time there was a beetle in my shoe when I was driving, and it bit my toe. And I didn't know what it was.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
listen, here's why I especially have a fear of wasps, because I had 2 really bad experiences. One, where I was riding a dirt bike and it flew into my helmet right here, and then it fell into the mouth part of the helmet. So it was sitting there in the
Oh,
mouth part while
gosh.
I was riding.
Oh,
That's
And then
not right.
the second one, very similar. I was riding my bike, and a wasp flew into my helmet, and it fell into my shirt,
Ew,
and
ew,
it stung me multiple times
my
in my
gosh.
shirt.
Wait, you know what I have a fear of actually? Pizza rolls, because you bite them and they always
Amy-
fly out the back, and I got a like 2nd-degree burn
Wait.
on my chest from a pizza roll.
They always what?
why are you eating it
Filling
when it's
flies
boiling
out the
hot?
back.
Oh yeah.
And then I have a latex allergy, so I put a band over it, so I had a burn and then latex allergy
Oh my
rashes
gosh.
around it.
Me, you gotta let it
was
cool.
So bad, Kat. Even if it's cool, it's still.
It's not going to
so
give you a burn
hot.
if it's.
Kat, it's those things get so hot. I haven't
I
really
mean,
had them since.
Who am I to talk? I just scarfed down a bowl of chili a couple nights ago and burned my tongue really bad.
Exactly.
So, you know.
Kat, it just went.
That's my worst problem,
It's
actually.
so bad.
That I always, every single day, I burn my mouth.
Yeah, well, the problem
Every
was
day?
I was at a meeting.
Yeah, my
and
tongue right now is burned.
I was like
It
meeting and I was like, when is this meeting going to be over? I'm so hungry. So sitting there and I was getting more and more hungry. And then I was finally like, can I get some food? I ate my
get
chili so
food.
fast because I was so hungry.
You're pregnant.
Oh,
Exactly.
I see.
My fear, I think my biggest fear that I've had so many nightmares of is claustrophobia.
Yeah.
I have had so
That's
many
a big
fears
one.
where suddenly I get locked in this little space and I'm like, and I can't get out and I'm like pushing and pushing.
I
I'm like,
hate being underground.
Have you ever
Oh,
seen?
parking
and I
garages.
even getting in crowds sometimes, or if I'm in an elevator with a bunch of people, I get so anxious. Like, I'm gonna get trapped. I hate this, and I
Yes.
hate being on planes when you're so like
Yes.
close with people and you're like, I can't move.
My real biggest phobia is not being able to park. That is my biggest
Like, there's
fear.
no parking where
there's
you
no
go.
parking, and I'm going to
And
die.
then you're going to be so late
I'm
because you have to
literally
park
gonna
20
die.
minutes, walk away.
It's not even you're going to be late. It's you're never going to get there. You're going to be circling forever.
What?
And
Eventually
you'll
you
never find
park.
where
You
you're going to
park
park.
somewhere.
No, you're
There's
never
somewhere
gonna,
to park.
I have
saying,
that phobia.
That is my biggest.
I don't have that.
No, Amy and I together one time.
It's not good.
We're like,
we were trying to figure out where to park.
wait, I'm not going to say my number one phobia. You guys already know what it is. I'm not going to say it because I don't want anyone to have
know
any
what it
ideas. My
Oh,
actual
yeah.
number one
Yes,
phobia
that's a
I
bad
am
one.
that I actually do think about every day. I'm not going to say
Oh,
it.
I don't think
Wow.
about it every day.
Every night.
Wait,
That's
Kat, have you
bad.
ever seen the videos of people like, I don't know, it's called caving or something, where
No!
they're in a cave
don't,
and they crawl through these tiny spaces?
That
so
is
scary.
such
You know
a
where my mind
nightmare.
goes? If that was me, the cave is gonna collapse on me and I'm
Well,
gonna
Kat,
like
it
suffocate.
Kat,
looks
is
like they're
so
gonna get
wrong.
stuck.
That is
They're
literally where my
inside.
mind
That
goes.
is
Get
such
stuck
a
in
nightmare.
caves like that all the time.
I watch
Who
all of them,
does that? I
though.
feel like our brother Michael would do that.
Also, I do
No.
think
it's
spiders
too
are
big.
probably my second highest.
Yeah.
I have had
Really?
so many nightmares of
So
getting
scary.
covered in spiders.
Ew,
So many.
that's
ew,
disturbing.
ew.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're up
Okay,
there, but
this
some,
sucks.
but,
Now
but
this
then
is an
it's like,
episode of Fear Factor.
oh, when you're the mom, then you have to be like, oh, I'll get the spider, and you have to like get over your fear.
Thankfully,
I-
okay.
yeah.
Thankfully,
But if Nick's there,
we don't
I'm like,
have a bunch of big trees. My theory is that if you live in a house with a bunch of big trees, you will have constant spider problems.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've never seen one in our house.
I haven't either.
You know what? You're right.
But I've seen them here.
There was a wasp in my house, and I called 2 of my brothers. I'm like, I called 3. I called Nick. I'm like, do you have a friend who can come over? I called Alex. Could you
Oh,
come over?
yeah, that
I
is
called Michael.
scary.
Could you come over? And then one of them came over. Help
I
me.
am a little bit afraid of wasps, but not really.
That's why I have that zap. Like, okay, we're done. Let's get Lisa's.
Lisa.
What do you think Lisa's is? Phobia?
Okay, let's hear it.
Hey guys, Lily, shh. Hey guys, it's your girl Lisa checking in for the podcast. My biggest phobia, yeah, I'm talking, Lil. My biggest phobia, I don't know. I don't feel like I have that many phobias that come to mind directly, but I don't feel like I used to have a big problem with heights. But suddenly, the last few years, like, I see a video on Instagram of some maniac hanging off the top of a building or something. And you can see, like, from their point of view looking down, and oh my gosh, my hands just start sweating and my heart starts racing. And I'm just looking at a video. So I think I'm starting to have a fear of heights. I don't know. A caution of heights? Something. That's all I can really think of, though.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
That was funny.
I'm scared of heights, too.
Okay.
Have you guys ever
Not with
walked
the
on
camera
those
right
bridges? Max and I just did this. We went on a hike like a few months ago. Those bridges that like
Yeah.
kind of like move
Oh,
that
yeah,
are like
those
those
are
wooden
cool.
ones that like buckle kind
Never
of.
come
Those are so scary.
in contact.
Oh,
I like-
they're fun.
I think I
I feel like you're
actually
gonna fall.
like heights.
Yeah.
being
Oh, I don't
high.
like.
But I
heights,
get a
no.
headache from being too like altitude too high. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Okay, let's go to Sister Spotlight. Each week, a different sister has a spotlight on her. We have Get Real with Christina, Sappy or Sassy Thoughts with Kath, Lisa's Corner, Amy's Current Amy's Rants and Raves, and Lauren's Take. And this week, the sister is Ding! Catherine. Sappy or Sassy?
Okay, so today's sappy thought is kind of going off of my theme of my word of the year. And
Okay.
really, it started out one way, but I'm going to add something else to it. Okay, so what I originally wanted to say was, I might have said this before, but it bears repeating. Go where you're wanted.
oh, I love it.
And basically what I mean by that, I don't remember where I heard this. It was some book I read. I can't remember, years ago. And basically, I just want to, I'm speaking to you, but I'm also speaking to myself. You are a good person and you are a good friend and you deserve to be valued. And if you're in a relationship or a friendship where you're not being valued, don't go there.
Ugh.
Go to the people. Like, I even sometimes will just look at my phone. I'm like, who's texted me recently? Who's called? Who's asked me to hang out? And like, I should be reciprocating to those people. Why is it that a lot of times the people that are showing up for us are the ones that we don't even respond to? Or it's like we're always looking for the person that's unavailable. I know I am. Like, it's like an avoidant tendency. And then ignoring the people that are so like consistent with us and showing up. So I just wanted to like convict you. Go where you're wanted.
Love it.
And the second half of that thought is that, and I think I said this before, but I'm also just think it's something good to repeat. In the new year of 2024, or maybe you're watching this in the future, the new year of 2041. I'm just kidding. You know,
My gosh.
whatever year it is when you're watching this video, because these things will live on forever. Is that not a weird thought?
It is weird.
That our podcast is going to be
someone could
on
watching it in
years
2041.
after we, you know,
unless
pass.
the platform
That's crazy.
dies, then it'll be gone.
Oh,
Yeah.
It
Which
just
you probably will.
explodes into smithereens.
Like Vine, it's all gone.
I don't
Anyway,
But yeah, no matter what year it is, you deserve to belong.
Amen.
And if
no
you
matter
feel,
what year.
if you
Yeah, no
feel
matter
like
what
I'm
year.
like that's my goal going into this new year, but really this is like a life thing, and I'm hoping that that practicing it consciously this year will help me cement it for years to come. Like, you deserve to belong, and if you feel isolated or you feel that you don't have great friends or you don't have community, you don't have anywhere to go, you don't have plans, like, I really encourage you to be the one to create that. Like, maybe you have like 5 acquaintances, gather them up, start a dinner group, and everyone bring a dish. Like make opportunities for people to come together. You be the one to do it. If you feel lonely, then be the one to reach out. It's like, I feel like a lot of times we're just lonely and we're like waiting for other people to reach out to us. But I just want to convict you again. You got to reach out. And whoever's watching this, if this is like sticking with you, like, it's probably a sign that you should reach out. Make some plans. Make it once a month, you know, like, or ask someone to go on a walk. Text someone that you're thinking of them. I've been trying to do this thing lately where I'm like, when I think of people, I'm just going to send them a quick voice memo.
Cute.
I'm going to update them on my life really quick. Sorry, guys, my sinus infection is really coming out. I'm going to update them on my life, and I'm going to say something encouraging for something that in their life. And yeah, it might sound cheesy or lame. Like, maybe people don't do that, or it's kind of out of the blue, or you're like, I don't want to be weird. But it's like, you know they're going to appreciate that. Who doesn't like to get like a little voice memo or text? Like,
I wish my friends would send me one.
yeah. See? But you know what? Maybe you're the one that needs to send one.
I know.
How great
send
would it
one
be
to
to
your
get a
friends
motivational
first.
text from Christina or a encouraging word? You
Would
know?
love it.
It would be fun.
So yeah, I just think if you're really craving
It'll be a
something,
great
sometimes you have to give a little bit to like, not that you should give it to get it. You know what I'm saying? But like, I just think you put it out in the world, like what you give
Yeah, maybe I
comes
should
back
do
to
that
you.
Well, it's like, do the things that you want other people to do for you. But
Yeah.
Not because you want to do it for you, but because you want them to. You want to do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway, yeah, I just want to empower
Create a
you
new
that
dynamic.
if you're feeling lonely or disconnected going into this new year, which a lot of people are, it's like we live in a society of loneliness. It's like an epidemic right now.
I think you convinced me.
reach
Wow.
out to people.
Reach out. Your friends would love to hear from you.
They would.
And a lot of times you're the one ignoring them. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm saying that to myself. I was ignoring them. That was bad. So don't do that. Let's
Reach out, guys.
turn over a new leaf for the
New
great year.
Let's all
time.
do it.
New year, new me.
2041. You got
New
this.
friends.
2041.
2041. Let's go.
Cool. All right. That's it. Have fun.
All right, guys, just want to remind you, if you're not a patron, you can join our Patreon for $5 a month, and you get the full episodes of every single episode of the podcast. It's on patreon.com/Cimorelli. It's linked in the description, and all the other stuff I said at the beginning of the episode. But yeah, just a reminder, if you're thinking about it, give it a try. Just try it for a month, see what you think. All right, that's the episode. Let us know. I'm sure you will. Let us know what you thought of the new setup. See if you guys liked it, or we'll shuffle around next week. I'm just kidding. It wasn't bad at all. It was great. I think it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really easy for me to like. Well, I'm on the end, so it's
Yeah.
easy from here. So.
Well, I feel like I can see everyone easily from here.
Okay. So yeah, let us know. Thanks for your input. Love you guys. See you next time.
Bye.
You've been listening to the Cimorelli podcast. Follow Cimorelli on Spotify and subscribe on YouTube. You can also find Cimorelli on Facebook and Instagram.